Hello and welcome to the final more import chart appraisal on Friday the 27th of March with me, Rich Perry, market analyst at Tech Markets, and that is gold. And well, there could be a bit of a turnaround now on this gold chart. We've had 7 up days in a row. The bulls would certainly be pointing out to the fact that we had a positive session yesterday, but I would then counter that by saying we actually had a very strong day initially to the upside, which saw us coming up towards that resistance at 12.23, but now we then had a close back below the midpoint of the day, which suggests that the bulls have lost some of the upside impetus, and now we're seeing the drift continue backwards today. It's not a massive bout of selling pressure, but still we've seen the loss of momentum. Stochastics beginning to roll over, RSI also, MACD lines still under neutral, interestingly. And here is the hourly chart. Now we have got the breakdown now below the support at 1200, which had been a minor basis of resistance, obviously psychological as well, and sort of acted as support overnight. But now, early in the European session, we're seeing this dollar strength come through, and that has pulled the gold price lower. So it's interesting that we're seeing this move now. Zooming in, we can see a slight pivot level around this sort of old resistance around sort of let's call it 1195, but I mean on the actual basis it goes down to 1194.10, I think it is. So you'd be looking out for arguably 1194 to be your level that suggests that yes, you've now lost another pivot level. So that was your old support, old resistance, new support at 1200 has now been breached again, and that would be your second time, second one at just under that, sort of $5 underneath that at 1195. So you'd then be looking out for the next low that comes in around this 1184, 85 level, and it would certainly seem as though, looking at these hourly momentum indicators, that this there has been a bit of a shift in sentiment in this chart in the last 12 hours or so. RSI continued throughout this chart to find support around 45, but that's broken to the downside. You've seen MACD lines also starting to break lower below neutral, so the outlook is beginning to deteriorate. Now we're back below 1200. The bulls are certainly under a lot of strain to the downside, and it looks like they're beginning to lose the argument. So it seems as though there could be some pressure building to the downside. We haven't had it confirmed yet. I would say confirmation actually comes with a breakdown of these. Probably the lower 1185 would give you confirmation. 1185 being the reaction low on the 24th of March. So until that happens, I'm not going to go completely bearish, but I'd say that we're still just hanging on by a fingertip to this bullish outlook on this move. But it certainly looks as though the pressure is beginning to build to the downside, and we could be losing that outlook. So I wish you good luck in your trading on gold today. It needs to have a push above the reaction high around that 1206 mark, I believe it is, which were a slight element of highs yesterday and also today around that 1206 mark. So you need to break above that to really regain the upside in this move. But at the moment, it seems as though there's a little bit of pressure building to the downside. Anyway, I wish you good luck, and I'll speak to you again on Monday. Thank you.